Don't forget where you come from.
I never forget where I come from. And people know that. You know what I mean? I'm a Patterson boy. I'm a South Fifth Street boy. And I never forget that. I got a blue flame. I got a fire that just burns hotter than any other flame.
This year alone, people have told us you've donated labor, materials, and thousands of dollars in lighting to the PHS field. So let me just ask, why?
I'm working to leave a legacy. I take a lot of pride that I'm from Patterson, so I like helping Patterson. I'm doing it for women because I was raised by a woman. I love doing it for the kids because I love seeing the look on a kid's face that obviously they don't have what other people have, but they're happy at an award ceremony. I don't want to cry, but at an award ceremony when they don't have nothing. I looked down because my phone died, and I looked up and boom, I crashed in the back of another car. But she at that point, she thought she lost me because the last thing she heard was like, "Oh, F."
Yeah.
And I
think
crashed.
people would already remember you. I just want to give you your flowers right now.
When you're battling those demons in your head as a young kid, you grow up very different as a man. And people think, that's crazy. Like, why are you going to give away 100 days of your place where you can make money on those 100 days?
When your why is big enough, you can endure anyhow.
You're not seeing the bigger picture. You have to look at the bigger picture. Like, giving 1 hour on this day and 1 hour on this day will lead to this, right?
Welcome, everyone, to the Love Patterson Podcast. I'm your host, Derek Cortez, and as always, a co-host, Kendra Mora.
Hello.
And we have a very special guest today, guys. So let me tell you something. There's something interesting about Patterson. We have people here who are doing a lot, and you never know it unless you started asking around. So today's guest is one of those people, Richie Morales, owner of All World Electric and RM Ranch, born and raised right here in Patterson. And the reason we wanted to bring him on isn't just because he runs a successful business or two successful businesses. It's because of what he's chosen to do with that success. Richie doesn't fake the funk. He doesn't advertise generosity. But when you start talking to people in this town, his name keeps popping up. Richie, welcome.
Hey, thank you very much for that. Yeah, I don't fake the funk. So ask away and let's get this.
I really
going.
like that phrase, and it's always something that just stayed in my head.
Yep.
I don't fake the funk. I like that.
Well, I think it's because it's really important to just be who you are, right? So being genuine is easy to be. Not lying is pretty easy. I think all the other stuff that comes about and stuff that we've talked about, I think is just one of those things where I feel now in this day and age with all the media, social media and all this stuff, I think people try to portray to themselves to be this person. And it's good. It's great, right? It's if as long as it works for the community, I think it's a win. But at the end of the day, if I see that you're fake, and maybe not even fake, just maybe different than the way you are, because I think like I take a lot of value and a lot of honor in the fact that I could be around anybody and I'm the same type of person. Maybe I won't use certain words. Maybe I won't say certain things because of the way I grew up.
Yeah.
But my heart is the same. My passion's the same, and I'm 100% the same. So I don't have to fake the funk. I don't have to pretend I'm not this person or I am this person. What you see is what you get. And I love that about me. I learned that at an early age, and I just ran with it just because it's easy to be me because that's who I am. And so
let me verify real quick. Kendra, what he said, is it true?
Very much so.
Okay.
Yep.
So we got one person that will testify.
and this is a good person to actually have on your side. So
Absolutely.
I consider her a friend, a big sister, because she's obviously older than me. So
Even though I look younger.
yeah,
there you go.
It's fine.
But I love having a friend like her just because she's helped me a lot with a lot of stuff. And I don't tell her all the time, and I won't. I'm saying it now, but I shouldn't.
I'm always right.
Yeah, she's right a lot.
A lot.
Which is I'm okay with because I was raised with my mom. So women, I feel, are the ones that actually help more of a man's growth. So a lot of guys won't say that, but I'm true to that because I seen my mom do stuff that a man could do, little things, want the pat on the back, want this and that, and I feel a woman just does it because they just have different powers, you know. And I remember like at 7 years old, my mom telling me, and I say it all the time to everybody, man or woman, just because I've been around the biggest guys, I've been around everything. I've just seen it all. I'm 44, and my mom told me when I was 7 years old that, and the reason why I came up is I was raised. I mean, obviously, well, not obviously. I will say, well, my dad wasn't in the picture. I had a dad that was in prison. He went in when I was 1. My mom got with another guy. Again, different type of guy. Tattoos everywhere. Different type of life himself, and so he brought that into the house. And I remember I was 7 years old. I was in 2nd grade, I believe, or maybe 3rd, but I think 2nd. And I remember I was telling my mom one day, I was like, Mom, I really want to be like my dad, because I seen pictures of him, 22-inch arms, a big dude. I mean, prison built. And this other guy, I had a prison built, big guy, 225 pounds, big guy, tattoos everywhere. I was like, Mama, I want to just be like them, like you want that, because as a boy, you think the muscles are the power, and that's wonderful, right? You have muscles, that's great. I think knowledge is power, and humility, right, is power. So I told my mom that, and then my mom was all like, mijito, like, and I was like what? She's like, men are strong enough to move boulders, but women move the mountains, right? And I'm 7 years old, so I mean, forgive me,
but a lot of sense.
So I'm 7 years old, like, Mama, you can't move a mountain. I mean, like, because to me, it didn't make any sense. Yeah. And so, and my mom, she had me when she was 21. So she was 28 when she told me that. 3 kids in, first kid at 16. And like, for her to have that type of knowledge without, I mean, she didn't finish school, and she kind of raised us. And there was days that guy that raised us, he was a long haul truck driver when they didn't have like books on how long you could work in a week. And so he was working. And so working that type of hours, he's running doing double logs. He's doing stuff he shouldn't be doing, and he's coming home and beating up on my mom or beating up on us. And so we grew up a little bit different. And with my mom with that knowledge, like I wish the only thing that would have changed in my childhood is that my mom would have had that knowledge to leave him. That's the only thing I wish. But I think she was kind of stuck.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. It made me who I am. And so either way, I can't. I mean, as long as my mom's happy, I'm happy. So I'm good with that.
Love that.
Did you ever imagine yourself? Because most people, when they, I'm not saying you went through a traumatic experience necessarily, but most people, when they experience something like that, one of their first thoughts is, I want to leave this place and get as far away as possible. But you happen to stay here. What did you think that you were going to leave, or that you stay always in Patterson?
Okay, so what happened was, like, I've seen your podcast and I've heard other people saying, like, I mean, I've been bullied, I've been this and I've been that. I've been fortunate. Obviously we have a big family here in Patterson, in surrounding towns around this area. So, and we're pretty family strong. And so, I never felt like, so like normalcy for other people isn't the same normalcy for me. Like I was raised right there on South 5th Street. So we saw everything. So like in the late 90s, I left in 2001. I thought that was normal. So to answer your question, I never thought I was going to leave, just because I'm a Patterson boy. I thought I was going to be a Patterson man. And I thought, I was going to marry a Patterson girl. And that's just the way it was. It so happens I did marry a Patterson woman, but she was from a great family. All her siblings went to college. Strict parents, So when she graduated from high school, she graduated 2001. She moved to San Francisco. So when I finally got with her, and it took me, honestly, she was my best friend in high school. I asked her out thousands of times, and she said no every time. And it wasn't because of anything other than the fact that I was just I wasn't never into gangs or nothing like that. People could attest to that. I did love, I boxed, I did love to fight, but I would only fight for like to defend myself. It wasn't just because of a color. I think honestly, to me, that's just doesn't make any sense. And so she saw like the anger that I had, right? And so, and again, like going back to like the women, right? Like, so this beautiful woman of mine, she saw the energy that this anger could be channeled to energy with the right woman, right? It can't, I don't want to say it can't be a man, unless you're gay and you have that partner that's a man, right? But to me, that woman is the one that she channeled my energy of this anger to this energy to be a better man. So it started then. Like, I've always been a good guy. I was a kid in growing up, tucking my shirt into my underwear. Like, I didn't even like being untucked, because I realized kind of like we were poor. So I felt like I could always kind of at least carry myself a certain way where people didn't look at me like I was poor, You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I always tuck my shirt under my underwears, and my family would make fun of me, and like it was just one of those things where it's like, oh, Richie has his shirt untucked, and I go cry underneath the table or something like that. And I had an uncle who was doing very well for himself. They're my best friends. He would follow me around. He had a camcorder back in the 80s, and I got videos. Honestly, I'll tell you right now, I would love for people to see these videos of my uncles chasing me around the house because I'm crying, and I'm 5 years old, 7 years old, and you can say that's now would be like he'd probably be in jail. Mm-hmm. But growing up, that also made me who I was. It made me tough. It wasn't like I'd be around like my uncles. We'd play pool or baseball or basketball, or whatever. Any sport. My uncles always would take care of us so we weren't out in the streets, and they would make fun of us so bad. Me especially, because I had a different fire than all my other cousins for the most part. I had an older cousin that I love to death, and he's like my big brother, but I just have a different fire, and it's hard to explain, but I've always had it, you know. Mm-hmm. And so they saw that. And so they try to get the crybaby out of me by making me cry every day, you know. And it still didn't work because I cry still, man. I'll cry right now if I start talking about stuff, you know, because it's okay to cry.
Yeah.
But yeah. So when I would play sports with my uncles, they would make me cry for everything. We'd play horseshoes. I'd be beating them. They'd start making fun of my big teeth or my ears or whatever it is, right? And like it's funny to me now, as a 8-9-year-old kid. That's kind of messed up, you know? Mm-hmm. So then we would be out there at these family barbecues and playing sports, whatever. And then obviously they're having fun, they're drinking, whatever. We're young kids. I started beating them in these sports, right? Mm-hmm. Once I started beating them, you couldn't say anything to me to get into my head no more. I mean, I felt like I had you. So then when I would play sports with like my friends or whatever, I'm a pretty good horseshoe player. It's not as big as it used to be, but I was pretty high up in horseshoes and whatever sport. I'm pretty competitive. You couldn't be next to me and try to tell me something to get into my head because my uncles talked so much crap about me growing up. Like a kid, what can he say? Oh, you don't have the new Jordans. Like, okay. Like, yeah. Or like, oh, your hair's not combed. Oh, what like their type of trash talking did not affect me at all.
You were playing with the pros already.
I was already playing with guys that were just cutting deep because they know what to make me cry, you know? So like these kids, like it just wasn't. Yeah. So I just translated that to life. And like when I feel like a certain way, I just think back about certain stuff and like what's going to really hurt you? You know what I mean? Like you have your love for God, which I do. I don't go to church. I believe in God, you know? I love my wife. I love my daughter. I love my friends. I'm a very loyal guy, you know? Like there's nothing that you can say that would change my mind once you become that part of my life. I mean, like a friend is part of my life, you know? So when I look at it like that, like I look at it like I go to war. And like I told you, I don't fake the funk, man. Like other people are afraid of confrontation. They're afraid of this. They're afraid of that. Not me. I'm just not that guy. Like me, let's go, you know? I'm okay with it.
I like how you're describing yourself when you were younger, whereas you're crying and you're kind of like a gentle guy, right? Which you still are, you know. But
no, I was a big mama's boy.
Yeah. So with your uncles, prodding at you and somewhat bullying you, teasing you, all these things, it made you build up these mental calluses and become this resilient person to where now when you talk about yourself, you seem so confident. And do you think that translated into you starting the business where people, they probably were in your ear like, Richie, that's not going to work. What are you thinking here?
Well, that's 100% what happens, right? Because you got the people that think like an entrepreneur and you got the people that they're just the 9 to 5, right? And that's okay to be the 9 to 5. I mean, and I think growing up, I was always like the big brother of my friends. I got a little bit older. I got with my wife at 19, right? So what happened when I got with my wife, I went to go visit her one time. This is back in October 18th, 2001, right? I remember the day because I remember like her birthday's October 20th. I went to go visit her in San Francisco. I'm driving on the road. I got a rental car and I'm going to go visit her. My sister got the rental car for me. I'm driving out there. I'm on the phone with her. I kind of don't know where it's at in San Francisco because I'm a small town boy. She's in San Francisco. I'm driving. I get off on the exit, 19th Avenue, right there by the City College of San Francisco. And I'm on the phone with her, and we were best friends, right? And so I would call her babe already, and we just had a different relationship. And I just remember I was like, what exit? Let me get closer. My phone's about to die. And then at that point, like, I just remember my phone died. I looked down because my phone died, and I looked up, and boom, I crashed in the back of another car.
No way. Wow.
So me, like, again, I'm not a gangster or nothing, but I was wearing like a red Anicha shirt with like some red buffalinos, right? So on the outside, I look like a gangster, right? But I'm not. So what happened was I get out of the car, and obviously it was my fault. And I'm one of those guys that will always take the responsibility for what I did. I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. I like being able to look myself in the mirror and be like, Richie, you're an idiot, or Richie, you're doing good. It's hard for me to say I'm doing good because I don't feel like I'm doing good, even if I am. I like the tough love, you know. So I like being able to look in the mirror and saying I'm doing bad, or stop doing this, whatever, because it's good for my growth, right? And other guys are scared of that. And so again, I crashed in the back of the guy, and I get out of the car. I was like, oh man, like I'm feeling bad. I'm like, you know what? I got the insurance, whatever. And this guy, and I'm not making fun of the guy at all. He was an Asian guy, didn't speak that really good of English. He goes, oh no, I have no problem, no worries. And I'm like, no, it's my fault, man. It's my fault. I crashed into you. And then he was like, no, it's okay. And like, I'm not making fun of any Asia. It's just, I mean, it's just the way I'm telling the story.
Illustration for the story.
Yeah. So anyway, I finally like kind of looked at myself, and I'm seeing a red shirt, red shoes. I'm like, oh no, man, I'm not a gangster, man. And so then he kind of like looked at me smiling, right? And he's like, oh, okay, he's a good guy, right? So we exchanged information, and then he left, and then I'm like, oh, I don't got no phone, I don't got nothing. I'm right here in San Francisco. What do I do, right? So what I did, right next to there was a payphone, right? I had some change. I call my wife Monica, my girlfriend, not even my girlfriend at the time, she was my friend at the time. And I call her. As soon as she answered the phone, right, she's just crying, and she's like, I thought I lost you, right? So like, that's when she realized she actually like loved me different than the way she loved me, right? Like, we always loved each other because we were best friends. But she at that point, she thought she lost me because the last thing she heard was like, oh, F.
Yeah.
And I crashed.
Wow.
Right? So then once I went to go visit her, like, we kissed for the first time. I found my girl, right? So I was like, okay, now I got this under control. Let me figure my life out, right? Because she still didn't become my girlfriend until the month after, on November 30th. I asked her every day after that. But I knew that she loved me back. So now she has me, and I'm this angry young man. Now she started molding me, right? She was like, okay, you need to get out of Patterson because you're just not doing good there. So she made me go to City College of San Francisco and move to San Francisco.
Wow.
Yeah. So I got with her November 30th, 2001. January 8th, 2002, I moved to San Francisco. And we moved together. We shared our bank accounts, everything. I knew that was my girl. And we always said, we're going to give the semester. If it doesn't work out, I'll move back and we'll still be together. But I mean, you're talking about just jumping in the deep end right away. I mean, like, I tell like my niece, I helped raise my niece. We helped her with college. I paid for her wedding. She's my daughter. I call her my daughter. She's the love of my life before, I mean, my wife and obviously my daughter. And she's just a really big portion of my life. And I told her all the time when she got her boyfriend at 15, 16, I was like, and then they were going to move in together. I was like, Mija, I'm okay with that, but don't do anything serious, right? But like, get through all 4 seasons with the person, because there's some people who are wonderful in summer and they're horrible in fall, or they're horrible in winter. It's like, you got to know who this person is through all 4 seasons to kind of, before you move in with somebody, you know. I kind of just jumped in, you know, and like, I remember the first day I got there with my wife, not my wife. She had her apartment already, and so I go in there. She's taking a shower. I'm pumped up. I'm in the love of my life, right? I'm a boy. I'm a man, right? Whatever, young man. She's in the shower. I put up Bob Marley posters. I have this. I have that. I mean, I'm hanging stuff up. She's taking a long shower. I'm putting this there. Guy stuff here. Guy stuff there, and and I'm thinking this is gonna be perfect, right? So she comes out, she kind of looks around. She's like, oh, okay. And there was a Taco Bell KFC down the road. And she's like, let's go get something to eat. Okay, let me take a shower. I go jump in the shower. I come back out. Everything's in a box.
No.
You know?
She didn't like it.
We're a team, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to have your own room, have an own room to be that person, right? I really feel like that helped a lot too, because as a guy, even as an older guy, it's hard, right? But like as a 19-year-old kid,
Yeah.
it's hard to realize that like now we're a team, you know,
Yeah.
like it was just eye opening to like really see that a candle is different than a Bob Marley poster. I mean, or like I had a lava lamp out, for God's sake. It's like, like what am I doing, right? Like thinking back hindsight, it's like a lava lamp. Like I don't even know how those were even popular, right? But it's just the way it is. So yeah, it worked out, and so we've been together going on 25 years, and so it's worked out really well. So.
That's a really good story.
I love that.
I think one of the main takeaways for you guys and the friend zone out there is to kind of have a near-death experience.
Yeah.
A girl on the phone.
So I've told her, I was like man, if I would have known that, I've asked her out. Honestly, before that, I literally asked her out 1,000 times.
Wow.
At least.
Yeah.
At least. I mean, like she was just my best friend, you know, and so.
What does she say about that now when you tell her?
I told the story the other day. She's like, I wasn't crying. And I was like, babe, come on. I remember. Like, yeah, you're beautiful, whatever. But like, come on. You loved me. You loved me, you know? So it's
like,
just,
remember when you didn't want me?
Yeah. Oh, we've talked about that a lot. You know, I was like, we could have been going on almost 30 years together instead of 25, you know?
Oh boy.
That's so cool.
So I think that's a lot, because you get these young kids now that are like, I got going on 25 years, and I never thought 25 years is like really like a long time, right? I mean, as you think about it, like I have like family members, like my two best friends are my two uncles. I have a lot of uncles, and I love them all, right? But the ones I'm really close with, they're like my two best friends, right? And they really are. They're my two best friends, and we're with each other every Thursday. And during the week, if they need something, I help them. They help me. If I have a party, if I have something like the mixer or whatever, they're there with me in the morning. And they anything I need, they're there for me. You know, not for like the pat on the back. They're there because they love me.
Okay.
You know. And I can come home from a party, or not a party, like from work, and I'll go to my ranch, and they can be there with a couple buddies or whatever, or other guys, and they're barbecuing and just having a good time, because, like, not to take advantage of me, is because they're kind of like they're proud of me, where they're bringing other friends to be like, this is like my mijo's place, right? Like, and it's like a beautiful thing, because I allow them to do that, but anybody that's a part of me, I want them to use my place if they need to, right? Like. It's just something that I don't need to talk about all the things I've done. I take a lot of pride in I built something with my own hands, and I could be able to help people that I want to help.
Absolutely.
And other people, like there's other places in Patterson. I have my electrical business, and I have my venue. And my venue, I think it does pretty well. It's doing very well. It's getting a lot of traction. It's gotten more traction than a lot of places, because I put in the time and effort to make it what it is, right? Yeah, it's a beautiful place. I mean, I'm saying it, but I really feel like I put in a lot of work in it, and nothing's ever been done there without me being there. It's not like I just have an endless supply of money where things get done. It's
Everything
like,
was intentional.
and I don't see it for like 2 weeks, and then I see it. Oh, okay, this got done. No, I've shoveled snow. I'm not snow, cement. I've moved dirt around. I've done nothing has ever been done at my place without me being a part of it, and I take a lot of pride in that. So when I sell my product, I'm talking from my heart. I'm not talking from my mouth. Everything's is just exploding out of me, because I grew up with nothing, but I had love, you know? So I'm okay with not having the money. I had the love. So the reason why I feel like I'm different than my brother and other people in my family that maybe took a different turn is that I really gravitated to the fact that love makes a lot of difference in the world, right? And so now I got maybe 7 months in with my business, with the Arm Ranch, and I was doing the math, because I was talking to one of my other buddies, because we were talking about other stuff that we could talk about here in a bit. But I'm very proud that I've given away 78 days for free. 78 days in 7 months, right? And not just to like, I'm not giving away a day for like, to have like a photo shoot or something like that. And I'm not even talking about something precious as whatever, right? I'm talking about for kids. I'm talking about for women-owned nonprofits. And the reason why, I'm not saying I wouldn't do it for men-owned nonprofits. I'm doing it for women because I was raised by a woman, you know, and she did stuff that I know a man wouldn't have been able to do for me.
Yes.
You know, I got to an age where, my mom never hit me. I did say the word I don't know if I could say pendejo, right? But I said that to the guy that raised me, his brother one time, and my mom tried to give me the benefit of the doubt, and I was like, I just don't like him, and then I said it again, and boom, I got a smack, right? And I learned real quick that my mom has a heavy hand, so I never said that again.
Yeah.
And I remember that because my mom really tried as much as she could until I got to the age maybe I want to say 12 is where I wasn't my mom's 5'2". I mean, I'm not tall, but I'm a boy with all this, just testosterone. And so I wasn't scared of her. So, and she knew she couldn't do it, right? She could do certain things with the look, but we were I was 12 at 13 at the time. My brother's 14. My brother's at the time, he's 300 pounds, right? My brother's a big boy. A lot of people know my brother. And we were kind of not scared of anything, right? And that's when I feel like my uncles came in and kind of saw something where we need to kind of change this. And that's when sports really took a part with me and with my brother. I gravitated more towards the sports because I was more athletic than my brother's a big boy. And I feel that was another part of my life that made me who I am because there's a lot of structure with sports. And that's the reason why I like doing award ceremonies at my place. And I don't do it for everybody, right? And I take a lot of pride that I'm from Patterson, so I like helping Patterson. So I love doing it for the kids because I was talking to my buddy today, yeah, money's great, right? I love money, but I love seeing the look on a kid's face that obviously they don't have what other people have, but they're happy at an award ceremony. I don't want to cry, but at an award ceremony when they don't have nothing. And you're talking about a little $2 little trophy thing, right?
But they're recognized.
Yeah.
They're recognized.
Yeah.
For those of you who haven't seen Richie's place, RM Ranch, it's a beautiful venue. Beautiful. It's elegant. It's got this barn. I don't really know how to describe styles. Rustic. There you go.
Rustic.
She knows more about that.
Rustic modern, right? Rustic modern.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's open and a lot of space. It's excellent. You can tell that a lot of heart went into making this place. And like you said, you donate a lot of your days to nonprofit organizations. So there's a lot of heart in it. And I'm so sure that All World Electric is just the same in terms of service and excellent service. So I'd like to backtrack a little bit here.
Yeah, of course.
So you're living in San Francisco with your now wife.
Yeah.
You didn't stay out there.
Yeah.
So you're in Patterson now. How did you guys make the transition back to Patterson and then build those two businesses that we just talked about?
No, so what happened was we were going to school out there. As you know, San Francisco is obviously expensive. It was expensive back then. So what happened was it got a little expensive, and my wife, she told me from the beginning, you're not going back to Patterson, right? It's a fishbowl, and I can pretend I'm a shark, I'm a whale, all I want, right? You go back, you're just the whale amongst the fish that just and there's certain guys that eat that up because they love having that recognition of this little kid respecting you. And I'm okay with that. There's guys, I won't name, I'm okay with all that, but I've been here and I've done that, right? That doesn't, I never thought about that it was something cool, the pat on the back type thing. I was always a person that loved the respect from people that I respect. So Kendra, like you, people that I respect when I get you guys talking good about me, because I don't like being the person. I do. I'm not shy. I'm not any of that. Obviously, I love talking. I love being the center of attention. Everybody would tell you that. But I don't like when people talk of the stuff that I do good. The only reason why I'm doing it now is because what happens is right now, the way things are going, I have a place that's getting a lot of traction. I'm doing a lot of stuff. And maybe you hear stuff out there where oh, well, why is he doing this? Why is he doing that? Well, I think instead of using that question, why, what they should be saying, why not aren't we doing this? Why? And I'm okay. My grandma used to have me up against the wall with my arms up. So I got big shoulders. I got strong shoulders, and I can carry the load. And I'm okay with that. I don't need no help from anybody on the stuff that I want to do. And I'm going to do it, right? I want to pledge to give away 100 days away. And people think, that's crazy. Why are you going to give away 100 days of your place where you can make money on those 100 days? So I got to look at it the way I look at my business with All World Electric, right? So I'm usually Monday through Friday, right, with my business. Okay, so that's 365 days minus 104 for Saturday and Sunday. That's down to 261 days. You have your sick days, you have your holidays, you have your work days, you have your vacation, right? So I figure there's 240 days that I can make money with All World Electric. Thank God it's a necessity, and thank God I'm able to make money with those 240 days, right? Some days I work Saturdays, some days I work Sundays, but that's few and far between. I try not to work, as Kendra knows. I mean, I've done stuff for her. We've done stuff together. My bags don't come on too often, right? She's caught me a couple times with bags on, and she makes fun of me, which actually that's kind of mean, but whatever. So anyway,
So it's character.
Yeah, so yeah, she's like my uncle, right? That's why probably we're good friends, because it's like I felt like when my uncle's not with me, I got my uncle here, right?
There you go.
So and my business has done very well for X amount of years, and I'm happy with that. COVID didn't affect me. It's a necessity, right? So I was like, you know what? When I started doing this RM ranch, and I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do? I've always wanted to give back, right? Like, it's just something that I feel like I want to leave that legacy. I mean, I feel like, I think with All World Electric, I'll be able to, my daughter will be good, but I feel like I'm raising her good enough to where she's not going to be depending on my money. I'm raising a great young daughter, right? And my wife does a wonderful job with that as well. So I don't feel like I have to worry about leaving money to people like other people. And if I can, yeah, of course, right? I want to leave that legacy, man. Like Eugene Field has a building named Eugene Field. Like I remember Mr. Field, like wonderful teacher, kicked me out of class all the time, but he did it for a reason, right? So like that's a legacy I want to leave. Like, I mean, his daughter Lucy, like that's something to be very proud of. Like that's amazing. You got a building named after you, right? That's what I want to leave. So when I started doing my ranch, and I did an open house. It started getting a lot of traction. I was like, man, like I knew I felt I had something beautiful there. And then as I'm getting people from out of town looking at it, I'm like, oh man, maybe it's something bigger than what I thought.
Yeah.
I was like, but you know what? I can't lose face from what I really want to do. So I really need to give away these days, right? So then I started talking to people, and obviously Kendra, Gabby, a couple other people, and not just them. I mean, I know a lot of people in Patterson, people with the high school, people with this, that, traveling, soccer here, football here, whatever there. And I got a lot of group of friends here that are quality people. Quantity I have. Quality people is what I look for, I strive for, and I do have a lot of quality people in my circle. And I reached out to them. I was like, ask around. I mean, I got a place in there, and people are still kind of like, well, is it free, or do I have to? Honestly, you don't have to do anything. You just have to just tell me, this is for these kids. They have something, and I want to be there to help. And it makes me so happy. It makes my heart happy. Not just the smile on my face, it makes my heart happy, because I was that poor kid, you know? So doing that is amazing for me. It's amazing. And other people can talk about this and that. I do this, I do that. That's fine for you, bro. And I give you all the credit. So if you're doing something good for the community, I still think that's great. And maybe you go a different avenue and you do Instagram and you post everything that you do great. And that's great. I think that's great. I'm just not that type of guy, right? So I like when people, well, who's Richie? And then they see me and I'm like, I'm a normal guy. I mean, like, I'm not like I remember watching Braveheart, and like when they talked about William Wallace, he was a 7-foot guy, he was this and that, and they built him up to be this guy, and they see him, he's this tiny guy, but he had this character and this power with this voice that just took over everybody, right? Yeah. I like being that guy. I like being the guy that can lead by example, that's not scared of, I wear my boots every day. You know why? Because I'm not scared of work. I mean, I will let you know I'm here to support my friends and the people that I care about. And by doing that, it gives me a lot of, pride.
Yeah.
Because, and my friends know if they're scared of something, hey, call me up. Let's figure this out.
It's very rare to see someone be so authentic, genuine, and generous from one day to the other, right? This is something that you probably had instilled in you from a very young age.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
So I believe that even in the early days, because I do believe that All World Electric came before RM Ranch. Right?
Yeah, yes.
So
yes.
All World Electric, you probably already had in mind that you wanted to give back to your community, donate in whatever way possible. Do you remember the first time that you did that?
The name All World Electric came about because honestly, like, me and my dad have this company, right? It's All World Construction, All World Electric. He takes care of the All World Construction side. He works in the Bay Area. I worked a lot in the Bay Area. once my daughter started saying daddy, I couldn't work in the Bay Area anymore. I'm losing 5 hours a day. She's 3. It didn't make sense to me. Like, I can make money out here. I know a lot of people. It's just a matter of just being out here and just letting people know who I am and being not fake, just being genuine, right? And so the name All World Electric came because I honestly wanted to do free work around the world, like 1 week a year, 2 weeks a year, like in another country if something bad happened, and go do free work, right? Wow. As I grew, as I got older, and just started kind of like getting into like just seeing how the scope of the way the world works, and seeing how, I mean, and it's nothing bad, but like maybe how other countries see us, I look at it like, you know what, like, yeah, it's great to go work over here and do free work in this country, whatever, but you know what, there's a lot of places in America that have problems that electrical can solve, right? So then I was like, okay, All World Electric. I already had the name, so I was like, I can't do All America Electric, right? So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna do work in something maybe in America, and then so as I was just seeing other stuff and seeing how people like just aren't transparent with where the money gets allocated, like I was like, you know what? Let me take that away. Let's do work in my community, and because the community is what raised me and what made me. And like, if I am going to do something free, it's going to be in Patterson. And Patterson raised me, and it gave me that first step of becoming who I am. And so if I am going to do free work, it's going to be for Patterson. It's not that I won't do nothing in Modesto. It's not that I won't do nothing in Turlock. I've done stuff in Turlock. I live in Turlock. It's just, I'm a Patterson boy. I'm a South Fifth Street boy. And I never forget that. I got a street sign inside my garage. I look at it every day, and I can never forget that I'm a South Fifth Street boy, and not like a gang. Yeah. It's just I'm a South Side boy.
You don't forget where you come from.
I never forget where I come from, and people know that. You know what I mean, like I know people that from other towns when they see me, oh, South Side Richie, Fifth Street boy, right? Like, because I talk about it so much because I just don't want to ever forget that, because I remember that hunger I had when I was on Fifth Street of just not having anything, man. And but the love, and even and to help you out, or not, to follow up on your comment, my mom didn't have anything. My mom will still give you the shirt off her back. I mean, so I learned a lot of that from my mom, and my mom does that to a fault, but it's because my mom she's just the way she is, you know. And so I do that a little bit more calculated on my days that I can give away or whatever, because I can't give away every Saturday, obviously, because I have to make money. But it's just one of those things where like, if my mom could do it, I can do it, right? And my mom was a single mom doing stuff that, and so it's okay to just have a big heart, and being okay to tell people that you have a big heart. Like, you don't have to be this tough guy. You don't have to have this machismo act where you're this guy. Like, that doesn't impress me. It doesn't impress me at all. So, I mean, what impresses me is integrity and being able to be transparent with people. So, like, even when I have like nonprofits that come to me, and I don't know them, if it's not coming from like Kendra or Gabby or somebody that I already trust, where like I'm okay with, right? If it comes from somebody else that just kind of heard about me and wants to do something in my ranch, it's nothing bad. You're like, I don't know you yet, right? So if you're gonna do a fundraiser, if you're gonna do something in my ranch, like I want to see where that money's being allocated. And it's nothing bad, but I've been around enough to where I've seen stuff happen where like, it doesn't look like, because you get that clean cut person or that blonde hair, blue, or whatever, right? Whatever it is. And they look like they wouldn't do nothing.
Sometimes the worst.
Sometimes they're the worst. And sometimes you could judge the book by its cover. It could be a guy with tattoos on his face, and you think, oh, this guy's going to do you dirty. And sometimes he doesn't, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes.
Like, really? You're with the Girl Scouts? Are you sure?
Yeah, right?
Let me verify.
Yeah. We know someone.
So that's very important to me, because like growing up, like, without like, I mean, quote unquote poor, right? But poor with like money, whatever. Like, people lie to you so much that you have your guard up, right?
Yeah.
And like, I tell people all the time, like, so a person that grew up poor will grow up, get mad at somebody, and cancel them out of their life. It's very easy because it's so used to, it's part of their everyday life growing up, right? Like, when you see like a good mom and dad, like Like if I tell my daughter we're gonna do this on Saturday, I'm gonna do that on Saturday. Nothing's gonna stop me from doing that because she remembers that. And a kid like at 12 years old, they're not gonna remember 365 days. They're gonna remember that one day that daddy lied to you, right? So when you're poor, like I remember growing up, and I know a lot of people the same way. They grew up and they had that dad or that mom, that uncle, whatever. Hey, on Saturday we're gonna go here, and they're drinking all night or whatever or whatever it is, and they get lied to, and they get lied to, and they get lied to. So now they have this guard up, and these poor kids, like they don't know any better, right? So, but they're growing up with this defense up where it's hard for them to be who they are because they don't trust anybody.
Yeah.
So like when I do something in my ranch, I really want to know where the money's being allocated because it's not, you could have the prettiest girl come to my face. I'm a married man. I don't care if you're pretty. You could be whatever, right? I don't care. I need to be able to trust you if you're going to be using my place. The reason why is because that place is me. Mm-hmm. And why would I be associated with somebody that's lying to people? And that's, to me, those hypocrites, it's just horrible. Yeah. That's a horrible thing to have in your circle, right? And so you want to eliminate those people out of your circle because that's just something that just kills your forward motion.
It does. And, we're also thankful for the things that you've done in the community. I mean, I'm sure Love Patterson has,
absolutely,
benefited from the things that you have done for the community. And so I want to say something that you probably wouldn't want to say about yourself this year alone, people have told us you've donated labor, materials, and thousands of dollars in lighting to the PHS field.
Oh, you got me on that one.
You've supported the Lions Club, Chamber 4-H, Little League, Pac 81, Troop 81, Patterson Baseball Junior Tigers. You've donated your event space to nonprofits and service groups across the West Side. You made a major donation to the host house, and that's just what we know about. This is, including but not limited to. So let me just ask, why? Why all this?
I think it's from everything I've just told you. It's just, it seems like it's just me, but I really feel like I've built a strong village around me, and I have humility where I could say, what do you need out of me? Like from Kendra, because I look up to her. I'm taller than her, but I look up to her, right? Mm-hmm. And like I tell people all the time, I'm short, but people look up to me. Mm-hmm. And I take a lot of pride in that. It's not because I'm saying, yeah, people are looking up to me. No, it's because I carry myself away where like people understand where this fire's at, right? And it comes from just being the way I grew up and seeing those poor kids it's not their fault, you know? So like when I donate to like the Patterson High School, the lights and whatever, and I take a lot of pride. I grew up right around the corner, these poor kids can't practice after 5:00 because they didn't have lights, like why not, And I honestly, I'll tell you the truth. I got pushback on it, and I told them I'm donating it for free. Like it's free. Mm-hmm. It's like it's not in your budget. It's free. Mm-hmm. But I think what happens is that a lot of people, when people say they're doing it for free, there's something else, right? And with me, I would tell you if there's something else because I'm not scared to tell you that because I don't fake it, man. Like I would tell you, oh, you know what? I'm doing this because I know you're doing something in a year and I want to be a part of that. I don't need that in a year. Like I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it because you caught me in a time where I want to do certain things and I look at that as a problem. Let me fix it. And if I can fix something, I want to fix it. And with my village behind me, like the friends that I have in my circle and even my family and the people, they all support the way I'm crazy. I'm just crazy. And there's no other way to say it. I run on very little sleep. I have a passion, right? Like, so I've told people this story plenty of times. It's like, as you grow up, you have this flame, right? Like this fire, right? So everybody, when you want to become something better, you have this fire to be better, right? So that's kind of how it starts. So you have this fire, man, I want to do something better. So now you have this fire, right? As you become who you are and you're comfortable to looking yourself in the mirror and being who you want to be, you start getting this flame, like, and it turns into like, man, now you're more confident. You're able to speak. You're able to like talk about you and not be scared and not lie to people. Just be who you are because you're confident in who you are, right? That went away a long time ago for me. Like that flame I've had for a long time. I've been very comfortable in who I am. I got a blue flame. I got a fire that just burns hotter than any other flame because I just don't give a crap about sleep when things need to get done, and I really want to make a difference because you only got so much time on earth. And that's, and you know what? I was sick the last 3 weeks. I actually have a fundraiser that I was supposed to do, but I've been sick 3 weeks in the hospital for 4 days. And, so I'm not like contagious or anything. So thank God for you guys bringing me here. So no, I'm not.
You better not be.
No, I'm not. And so anyway, so like this blue flame has led me to be this person that I'm very proud of. I'm very proud of the person I am, and like I can tell anybody that, and you can be whatever. I mean, I've met people in politics that I thought I would never meet. I met people all across the board. I met everybody, right? Guys in charge of stuff and whatever, CEOs. I met a lot of people. I've been the same people, and I've had people call me. I don't call them, And it's not saying, oh, I'm bragging about it. It's just they see the same fire that I know I have in my heart. And that's just it. That's what got me my wife. That's what I think I have a very good daughter that I'm very proud of. And it all comes from just passion and love for being who you are, And so I'm very proud of that.
One of the sayings that comes to mind when you talk about yourself not having enough sleep or just working hard is he who has a big enough why can endure anyhow. How am I going to provide lights for the PHS football field or the baseball field? I mean, how am I going to do this or that with no sleep? But when your why is big enough, you can endure anyhow.
I love that. That's because it's true, right? Like when I'm doing it, like obviously I can make money that day, right? But like I was telling you, like there was 240 days. I did that towards that was over Christmas break this past year, right? And I was already at my 240 days. Like, why can't you give away a day? Mm-hmm. Like Love Patterson, that's a beautiful day, right? Like I'm not a big part like all these other women, and they're the ones that are moving the mountains, right? I'm okay moving a little boulder, bigger boulder maybe, but like a pebble, whatever. Just being a part of it. That's showing that you have that flame. It's showing that you actually care. And like they say, like human kindness is going away. This and that. There's a lot of hate in the world. I say, I don't want to say the word, but no, there's a lot of love. There's a lot of kindness out there. I think what happens is like when people like start this nonprofit and they go to and get money from people or try to ask money from people, like be transparent with people because like the rich people, like I'm not even rich. Honestly, I've worked hard for everything I got and I'm not rich at all, and I get hit up all the time from people. I get hit up all the time for a lot of things. And you catch me on a good day, I'm going to sponsor something. I've had to take a step back because it's like, I only got X amount of days, X amount of money that I can allocate my money. I want to do it to the people that I care about, that I know they're doing something good. Their books are in order and they're doing it because they have that blue flame. They actually do it because they're giving away hours upon hours for something for no recognition, Mm-hmm. I don't need the person on the mic every day talking about everything they're doing good. Like, dude, what does that have anything to do with giving back? Like my mom did so much with no money, mm-hmm. So I don't need the likes. I need you to be there and be present in my venture of what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. That means more than giving me money, So when people talk about money or talk about likes or talk about, I got this on that, good for you, man. But you know what? I got less likes than probably certain people that have a lot, but I got people that'll go to war for me. Mm-hmm. And it's not because I'm this person or whatever. It's because I lead by example. I will be on the front line and I will work my ass off for the people I need to work my butt off for. Sorry, but that's just the way I am. And I'm okay with that because I can be with 10 women at Love Patterson. I don't need to be the tough guy on the I'm definitely not, right? There's some tough girls there. And I'm okay being a little B. Mm-hmm. And I'm okay with that. I don't need to pretend I'm this guy. I know who I am. So certain days I am the king. There's certain days I'll be the joker. I'll make you laugh because you're having a bad day because they're working crazy hours making things work on Love Patterson Day. Like, that's an amazing day, you know? Like, and I think, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Love Patterson Day, I think Patterson, I think it's more love in Patterson than other. Yeah. And why is that? It's not by luck. It's not because people just decided in Patterson that they just have a little bit more time on their hands on that day. It's because the women behind put in the work to make it happen. And they don't get enough recognition for that. Like, that's honestly, you go down there on that day, it's amazing, you know? And they're doing 50 projects, 45, 50 projects, 60 projects. Like, do you know, like, put a poll out there if they know all the people that are a part of Love Patterson. They do it because they actually just care. They have that blue flame to care and put in the time. That's an amazing thing.
Let me add something to what you said. You're using this analogy of moving mountains, right? Women move mountains. I'm moving.
Of course, yeah.
You're moving a boulder, right? But I just want to give something to that. And so what I want to say is that this mountain, are the rocks that form the base more important than the ones that form the peak?
No,
they're not, because
I think
it's
every
collaborative
piece.
effort.
Yes. So that's why I'm saying. I think you can just be a person at Love Patterson. That means just as much as a person running the show. And the reason why is because, again, it takes a village. It's not just one person doing everything, because one person can't do everything. There's so many projects that these ladies do that you can't do it with one person. Exactly. You can't do it with 100 people. Exactly. So think about it. So if you're just a person doing one little thing, that helps another person,
all in the mission.
One less thing for this other person. And so the greater good is obviously the main objective is showing that you love Patterson, right? So when people think like, well, I work 7 hours here, so and like you get people like, well, I did 3 things this month. 3 good things are going to happen to me next month. No, God doesn't work that way, and life doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? Like, something bad could happen to you. You know what I mean? And like, I'm okay with things. Like, I tell people all the time, like, I'm okay if something's bad's going to happen. Like, I don't want it to happen to anybody. I'd rather take the hit from my friends, because I feel I'm okay with taking a hit, because I grew up a certain way that made me where a hit doesn't affect me. You know, I'm okay with jumping over. Like, people will call it a mountain. It's a hill. It's an anthill. It's nothing. It's in the grander scheme of things, like, nothing's that big where like your life should just go a different way than your trajectory of doing the greater good for what you need to do for yourself. And then and when you want to give love to Patterson or whatever it is, right? It can be to anything. Your puppy, whatever it is, right? When you're in that and you're focused in that, I think that just means you're just engulfed in that love right there. And I think having love for Patterson, I'm from Patterson, so obviously I'm talking about Patterson. Like, I think it's a beautiful thing, because I was born and raised in Patterson. Absolutely. And I take a lot of pride in that. A lot of pride. I'm not saying people from out of Patterson can't come here and show love. I'm not saying that at all, because I know people from out of Patterson that have come here and have shown extreme amount of love for Patterson. I'm just saying I am here and I want to channel my energy to help Patterson, because I am from here. You know what I mean? If I was living in wherever, Pleasanton, whatever, it doesn't matter, Modesto, and I'm there and I'm giving 20 years of my life there, I'm going to show love to Modesto, right? I'm so close because my businesses are in Patterson. I'm in Patterson every day. And I mean, I got a lot of family here. I'd rather give my energy here because I'm from here. But do I live here? No, I live in Turlock in my other house, right? But I'm here all the time.
Your roots are still here.
And my roots are here. And I love the fact that I could do what I do here. It means a lot to me.
Absolutely.
They told me there, I did the work right there at the Patterson High School, and they're going to put an all-wheel electric sign on the scoreboard, right?
That's cool.
Man, I grew up with nothing, man. Like, having that on that scoreboard, like, when usually like you go down like Patterson, the football stadium, you'll see like Thompson Chevrolet. God bless them. I think they do a lot for the community, and I'm not going to say nothing, but they're a Chevy dealership, right? And nothing wrong. They still give a lot, and I honestly, I don't know all the guys there. I know a couple. I commend those guys because they don't have to do that. They do it because they actually care as well. There are a lot of Patterson boys there, and they do it because they care. And so that to me means more than a guy just throwing money from Modesto over here, 20,000, and not even like they don't even know anybody. Like the guys there at Thompson Chevrolet, we could sit down, and I haven't talked to a lot of those guys in a long time, or maybe not even ever. We could talk stories, and there was stuff that would be coming up that I was at a party that they were at, or them at one of my parties, or a cousin this and the cousin that. That's love, man. Mm-hmm. And they're doing it because they love Patterson. And so me having a sign up on a scoreboard, and believe me, man, I'm a South Fifth Street boy, but like there shouldn't be a sign up there on that scoreboard. And all I did was just give a couple days and my time and some labor and some lights and stuff like that. Which, yeah, I'm not belittling what I did. It was very nice, but that's all I don't know, man. It's hard to explain, but it makes me so happy knowing that there's going to be an all-wheel electric sign that I built all-wheel electric. I'm building RM Ranch, and something up there on the wall that my daughter can pass by and see. Mm-hmm. You know,
it gives you a sense of pride.
Oh, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Like you wouldn't, like it's hard to explain it because it hasn't happened yet.
It's like pride and gratitude.
Yeah, of course. Humility,
accomplishment.
Yeah, mm-hmm. and being. And still being very humble in the stuff that I still want to do. I'm not going to be like, oh, I got up there, I'm done. No, your service to what you want to do is never done. I mean, it's just another little step. Mm-hmm. And I'm okay with that. I love that step. Give me that next step. And maybe 2 months, I can't do nothing that 2 months. I mean, it just depends on, finances. There's a lot of things, right? A lot of variables. But when I can, and even if I can't give money, I could always give my time.
Correct.
So I think what they do with Love Patterson, there's a lot of people that don't give nothing, but there's a lot of people that just give their time, and that means more sometimes than the money. Obviously, you need the money too, right? But I think it's both hand in hand. So it's the pebble at the bottom, it's the peak at the top. Mm-hmm. Every part of it is a part of the process, and I love being a part of the process. Mm-hmm.
I think there's two ways to always give too. People always have the assumption, well, I don't have money to donate. Well, I never had money, and still to this day, it's sometimes it's hard. You always have time. You can always find time.
You can always find time.
Yeah. That's something I want to touch on. Actually, is actually even give like a little word of encouragement to those of you listening out there. Is that you don't have to be a Richie. Doing all these things that he's doing for the community in order to help out. Because like we were just saying, the rocks that form the base of the mountain are just as important as the ones that form at the peak. Absolutely. When you're looking at the big, grand picture, it does not matter. When you're looking at this beautiful tapestry, the gold strands are more important than the black strands. Because when you look at it all forms one beautiful tapestry. So I'd like to encourage any of you out there, if you don't know what you can do for the community, do what you can do for the community. Just go out there. Just ask one step. You can take one day out of 365 days to help out your community, an hour even. Yep. And it's that collaborative effort that forms the community. I think that's why Patterson is such a special place, because there's a lot of people that actually, I'd say that there's a bigger population of people wanting to help in Patterson than in some of the bigger cities by ratio. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So it's just one of those wonderful things, and we appreciate what you have done for us here in Patterson.
I appreciate that. I appreciate the acknowledgement of you guys even saying that. And like I tell people too, like there's certain people, like when you look at a telescope, right? You look at the way you're supposed to look at it, and it's small on one side, and you see the bigger picture. I think there's a lot of people that look a telescope the wrong way. Right? Mm. They see this big old thing and they're scared, so they don't go. So they're looking at the big picture on the back end, and they're looking down at something small, and they're like, and that little something small is just giving your time, right? So if you turn it around and you look at it the right way, something small will lead to something big. And I think there's a lot of people that just look the back way on a telescope. You're not seeing the bigger picture. You have to look at the bigger picture. Like giving 1 hour on this day and 1 hour on this day will lead to this, right? Like when you build a house or whatever, like the cement, whatever, the foundation, little things lead to the bigger thing. And there's a lot of people that get, and it's a lot of people that they don't understand, like, 1 hour, like you can't give an hour, really. Like your life is that busy. Like she has a busy life. You have a busy life. I have a busy life. I give hours upon hours. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying you have to do that. I'm just saying I fit it in my schedule to do that, Like,
well, and I think a lot of people, they're scared to start. They don't know where to start. Yeah. And then once you're in it, it's very easy. I can go volunteer here. I can do this. I know the resources.
Yeah.
And that's what we try to bring is the resources to say, these are your opportunities that you can do in short amounts of time, you know? So that's what we try to bring to the,
because you could also, I mean, there's a handful of people that you could ask in Patterson and they know everything that's going on. Right. If you really wanted to give away a day or whatever, 2 hours here, 2 hours there, there's usually something going on. If you wanted to save your time for Love Patterson Day, you know what I mean, whatever. Right. And I'm not trying to like pump up Love Patterson Day, but yeah, we get more volunteers.
It is coming up.
It is coming up, and it would be lovely if we got more people.
Give the day.
April 18th, downtown North Park, 8:00.
And it's gonna be the biggest one yet.
5th year anniversary. So yes, biggest one ever.
See, and being a part of something like that it's a beautiful thing, you know. Like I was able to go there early last year because I put him to work. Yeah, I get punked by this one over here. So, but I'm okay with that, right? Because I mean, with humility comes power, right? Yeah. So like I'm okay with that. So showing up there, and I seen from the beginning of the day, it's amazing what these women do.
It's wild,
and it's a crazy day. You know, it is a crazy day. So I think it's beautiful. So if you do have a day, if you have a couple hours, that's the day to go. I would say, right?
Make it that day.
Yeah, make it that day. If you're gonna do 3 hours in a year, that's fine. That's 100% fine. That's still 3 hours more than a lot of people that don't do anything.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna give 3 hours, go there, sign up, be a part of a project, and everything works out. I think you sleep better that night knowing you did something good. And it's not like you're gonna get a T-shirt or an award, or you're not gonna get anything. The award comes from just being there and knowing that you did something good.
But you can get T-shirts and
you
hats.
might get a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I'm okay with a
If you
T-shirt.
get there early. Yeah.
Just don't insult me with like a bigger shirt than what I am, you know? Like my mom, sometimes she'll get me like a 2X. I was like, Mom, 2X? Like, really? Like, what's going on here, Mom? Like, do I need to get your eyes checked? Like, I mean, really? But I'll still take the shirt.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But, I mean, it's one of those things, so, yeah.
So we've been talking about the state of Patterson now and what we can do, right? But I want to see what you have in mind of what you feel like Patterson could look like in the future.
So I've talked with people, and I've seen kind of like maybe certain like plans and certain like plans of what they're trying to do here. And I've talked to a lot of people about it, and I feel really privileged just even being in the conversation just about maybe what's going on, right? And that makes me very proud. I think Patterson's the new hub city of this area, right? So with that being said, I think there's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to come here. Some good, some bad. I mean, from what I've heard, what I tell everybody that when they tell me about they want to bring a casino, they want to bring this, I tell people all the time, like, and again, it's not that I'm just always going back to this, but like the kids are our future, right? So like, just like they're going to bring a casino, they're going to bring this, and that's great. That's honestly great. Honestly, for the economy, that's wonderful. But you could have something like Ripon, right? Ripon's a good example. They have like Michelin Park, and they do a lot of stuff with sports right there. And it's something simple, right? You're talking about grass and the place, and there's money there, obviously. But how much people go to Michelin Park every weekend during baseball, during football, during basketball, during whatever? I mean, like, there's a lot of money that can be generated with just having a place where like other towns can come for a tournament, you know? So I'm more on board with, I love all the other stuff, right? Don't get me wrong, the hospital, this, that, I love all of that, right? It's good for Patterson. It's good for the growth of Patterson. It's good for, if you have a property here in Patterson, it's good, right? It's all good. I'm not hating on any of that. I just think me doing what I do for like the nonprofits and for kids and stuff like that, and me being a kid that was raised without a lot of stuff, but I always had the love. I think doing something like that and bringing all these other teams to Patterson, I think that would be a wonderful thing. And I would lean more towards that. I think there's a lot of pride in having all these kids coming here, you know, and like, I think it'd just be really cool. Like when you go to like Ripon, like I've gone for like my nephew's games, there's so many teams there, man, from all over, and they're just playing baseball. They're just being kids. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot more competitive than what is growing up the way we grew up, because now there's a lot more traveling teams and stuff like that. But like, it's a beautiful thing. I mean, a kid being a kid, not having to worry about stuff, and just like the only thing I have to worry about is not like striking out in front of their family or whatever.
That's what a kid should worry about.
That's all they need to worry about. They don't have to be worrying about other stuff, and I love that. And so if I could be a part of something like that, I would definitely be a part of something like that. Just because, why wouldn't I be? I'm already doing stuff as a small town little boy at my own place. Why wouldn't I do it on a grander scale? I'm not scared of the work. And I think a lot of people would approve of that. And the reason why, just go one weekend to Michelin Park over there in Ripon and see, man, they have cameras everywhere, and people get like, oh man, this and that. You know what? Don't do nothing wrong. Yeah. You'll be okay.
Ripon's a great place.
Ripon's a wonderful place.
Beautiful
honestly,
place.
We grew up hating Ripon. I mean, Hillmar, Houston, Escalon, because we're TVL boys. We're from Patterson, right? You know what? I was in Hillmar the other day. Beautiful place, right? You go to Ripon. Honestly, that's one of the best places in this area. That place, there's cameras everywhere. As soon as you come into the town,
no crime.
They let you know who's there in that area, right? And they have this beautiful sports park, and it's not like even beautiful where it's like, oh my God, this is like the best in the world. No, it's beautiful enough to where a kid feels loved. Like me giving away like my place for awards. Like I'm gonna have the wrestling program have a couple kids went to state and a couple went to section, stuff like that. I talked with the coach. They're gonna do the award ceremony at my ranch on March 28th, right? And why am I doing that? It's because wrestling is like boxing, right? It's like the kids that have that fire. It's a different type of sport, right? It's one-on-one. It's like when you play golf, when you're doing tennis. Like it's not a physical sport. You're battling the own demons in your head. Those are the best sports. I mean, I'm not saying baseball's not a great sport. Baseball's a great sport. Football's a great. They're all great, right? But when you're battling those demons in your head as a young kid, you grow up very different as a man.
You do.
Because you're all that self-doubt. You're dealing with it every day. You know what I mean? And to me, that's a powerful thing, and it's a beautiful thing. So me giving them that day, they were going to do it in the cafeteria. And again, I'm not bashing the cafeteria. I'm not bashing Patterson. I'm not bashing anybody because honestly, I'm speaking from love. All I'm saying is the fact that when you get a kid, instead of going to a cafeteria to get an award, and again, it could be a $2 award, but now you're doing it in a quality place that they feel, wow, this is a nice place. And now they're getting that $2 award. Or not even, maybe it's a medal, maybe it's a ribbon, whatever the heck it is. That kid will go to bed feeling different.
Yeah. I think
that's
it's a
truth.
lot better than receiving it in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with the cafeteria, right? We grew up in the cafeteria. Believe me, I'm not bashing them. I'm just saying when kids feel loved, they perform different, they act different, and it's just better for everybody. It's better for the parents. It's better for the teachers. It's a different ball game when you let these kids know that you actually care, that you're going to put in the work to make sure that you actually care too. I mean, because if you treat like the teachers that treat being a teacher as just a job, like it's different, right? Like one of my cousins, she's like my big sister. I love my cousin to death. I'll shout out Ceci. I love my cousin Ceci. She's like my big sister. I love her to death. She's a teacher for autistic kids, troubled kids, right, type thing. And she puts so much time and effort into being a teacher that the kids just love her. And she's just a beautiful soul anyway. Like we talk a lot, and if you don't know by yet, like I was raised by my mom, so a lot of my friends are girls, right? And it's nothing against the guys. It's just I love being able to just like not have to worry about stuff that certain guys that aren't comfortable in their skin worry about. I'm comfortable in my skin. So, and there's a lot of guys that you would think that they were because they're this big guy or whatever.
Sometimes of these are the most insecure,
and that's what happens. And I don't need to like school a 40-year-old on how to be like quality. You know, you get those there's quality kids that you meet like I met that young man Armbar Augie, right? And I did a thing for Invest in Me, and I met the young man, and he asked questions when a lot of people weren't asking questions, and I didn't know who he was at the time, right? And then he reached out to me, and you know what? Wonderful young man. His mom, his dad, they reached out to me. I want to really try to do something to raise some money because he's excelling in what he's doing, and I want to help with that, You mean that drive that he has, that blue flame that he has? You don't just get it. Like, you have it or you don't. And there's some people that just have the flame. There's some people that just have that spark. There's some people that blue flame. If you can help in his journey to be the best version of him in whatever sport he's playing, I want to be a part of that. And I will absolutely do whatever I can, if it's giving a day away, whatever it is, because he deserves that. And his parents are there, man, they're all over. I guarantee whatever it is that he's into, it's not cheap. It's not cheap. And they're doing it. So God bless them, because I think that's amazing, And I've never met them in person. It's all via text and on Instagram. And I'm sorry for shouting them out. But when I met Augie, like, I saw that. I saw a young man that's just a little different. And I love that. And you can tell when he performs, he's winning these awards. He's winning all this and that. And it's a beautiful thing. Like, why would you want to stop that? Like, why couldn't you help that? Why couldn't the community come together and help him? They did something last year for him. I told him at the end of that, I told him, that's when I reached out. He reached out to me, then I reached out to him, and I found out who his mom was. I reached out to the mom. I don't need to do that. I did it because I want to help with that. And I don't need it for the pat on the back. I need it because, man, it's just a beautiful thing, man.
It is. And as we're nearing the end of our podcast here, I want to ask a couple more questions. One of them being, if people in Patterson were looking back years from now and they think about Richie, what would you hope that they say about you and your impact in this community?
If people that knew me...
Well, just when people are looking...
Say that question again, I'm sorry.
So if people are thinking back years from now and they think about Richie, what type of impact would you want to leave them?
Oh, like if 15 years ago...
Just like 20, 30 years from now.
And then moving forward to now, what kind of impact would I want them to say, or what I want them to say about me?
Legacy? What type of legacy do you want to leave?
Well, I mean, honestly, you can go back however far you want about Richie, the people that know me. I've changed my anger to my drive, but I've been the same guy. Like, I talked to a guy that he was class of 94 and I'm class of 2000, and we were talking today, and I won't say his name, but we were talking today via Instagram, and he remembers me when I was 16, 17. I'm the same guy, It just, I channeled that anger to fuel this new passion that I have, which is to give back. So, and obviously my electrical business has to make money, right? So my electrical business helped a lot of this stuff. So I can't, downgrade my electrical. If you ever need electrical, I'm the guy, right? But the thing is,
in all your socials.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, like, it's always easy for me to do what I being around anybody, talking to people, doing whatever, because I'm the same guy. So I'm just really happy that I was able to channel that energy for positivity than for anything that could have been detrimental to my growth as a man.
So you would want to be remembered as a positive member of the community that's just helped out, right?
That, honestly, I want to leave a legacy. I'm working to leave a legacy. I don't need the building named Eugene Field. And again, I'm shouting that out because I think that's a wonderful thing.
It wouldn't be named that. It'd be named Richie Morales.
Yeah, it would be.
Or Southside Richie.
History Boys Boxing Academy, right? Or something like that, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but there's already a boxing academy, so I'm very happy for Liana's boxing. So, yeah. I mean, he's a year younger than me. I mean, he's from Patterson. So Jesse, I give him credit because it's hard to deal with kids that don't know how to channel that energy, right? So that's a beautiful thing. Castro and all those, it's beautiful what they're doing, right? Yeah. So it's when I've reached out to all of them separate. Things are coming up.
They're all great.
We'll figure stuff out because I want to help, right? Mm-hmm. But I don't. Yeah, you can talk good about me, but they were going to talk good about me regardless because I'm very comfortable in who I am. So I'm okay with that. I'm working to leave a legacy. That's what I'm going to do. I want my daughter to come into Patterson when she's 60 and point up at something, and it'll have, Richie, it'll have it'll have something that's going to just, she's going to know.
I was here. Right?
And that was my daddy. That's what I want. It's not the people talking good about you. You should have that. I think everybody should have people talk good about you because you should be a quality person for the people in your life. Every day. So I think that's a wonderful thing. If that's your goal, that's wonderful. I'm okay with that. I want the legacy, and I'm going to work for the legacy. So I'm not going to be scared to work for the legacy because that's my end result. I really want to leave something that people are going to be like, I remember Richie. Man, I remember that guy. I mean, like, thank God, man, where my place is at, it's off of Highway 33, and I've been so blessed because I've given my place out to this and that, and I've had so many people go over there that I've never met before, and they'll meet me. Like, we've passed by here because they lived like in Tracy or Grayson or wherever, right? And they pass by or coming home from work, and they'll pass by Highway 33 right there, which I have a wonderful location. It's not for sale, but it's a beautiful, probably one of the best locations in Patterson, right? But the thing is, all these people have passed by. And then when they finally meet me, they're like, I remember when there was nothing here. I remember when you had this. I remember when you were working doing this. That means so much to me, man, because I've worked so many hours there. And again, being the man that I am, I've had copycats out there. I've had people take my intellectual property and try to do other stuff, which God bless them. I'm okay with that. I had my piece with that, but they've taken like the intellectual property of me being there, spending hours on making sure it's 4 feet instead of 5 feet, or this is facing the north instead of south, or whatever, little things, and them just copycatting me, right? And imitation is the highest form of flattery, but it's also kind of a bad move, right? And I think it's okay because I feel at the end of the day, if somebody sees something and they see my place, I could talk about my place because I built my place. Mm-hmm. And I have a lot of passion and love for what I've done, and they couldn't do the same.
I'd like to just say something real quick. So I know that you're talking about that you'd like to leave a legacy and that you'd want to be remembered in a positive way. But I think that even if you weren't to do something else for the entirety of your life, the rest of your remaining days, or, just you stayed out of Patterson for whatever reason, I think people would already remember you.
Oh, God bless you for saying that.
You don't
I
have
agree.
to do much more.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
I just want to give you your flowers right now. You know what I mean? I want to recognize you for that.
You know what? I thank you for saying that. I like my uncles are my best friends, right? And honestly, there's times where we're just hanging out, and they're like, man, sometimes you just need to like pat yourself on the back. Like, I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, no, like you're doing good things, man. Like, cause you're your hardest critic, right? So like, there's some times where you don't give yourself that pat on the back. And I really don't. And obviously I'm talking about what I do and this and that, because I mean, I'm forced to talk about it. Right. And I'm okay with it because when I start talking about it, the passion comes out, and people see that what you see is what you get. Yeah. And I'm okay with that because I'm very comfortable in who I am. So that I can do, right? Once I get talking about it, I can talk about the passion I have for what I'm doing and what I want to do, and this nonprofit that I want to start with, like my soccer field and all this stuff to give back to kids from the ages of 4 to 12. All this stuff is like stuff in my head that hasn't been on paper, and I've been told I need to calm down and stuff. So it's not even in the plans right now, but that's something else I want to do. But I getting that pat on the back, I've learned to now accept that I do need to do that more. And that's why my goal for 2026 was to be a little bit more vocal, not for the likes. I think it's just for people to see that if I can do it, you can do it. And it doesn't have to be on the scope that I'm doing it, but it's pretty easy to just be a good person and give back, And so this is a year that I really want to just get all without electric out there more, and not to get more work, because I mean, by the grace of God and thank God, I've been pretty busy through downtimes, through whatever times. I stay pretty busy because I'm a certain way. I'm a Capricorn. I'm very loyal. I'm the way I am, And so my contractors love that, and people know what they're gonna get from me because it's just the way I am. And I love the fact that I can do what I do, and I can do it with no pat on the back also, and just because, and have my heart smile at night when I get a text from like a friend that I haven't seen, that I went to school with, that their kids at my place for an award ceremony.
Nice.
That to me makes me super happy.
Sometimes you have to be an advocate for yourself, your biggest advocate, because sometimes other people won't recognize you for whatever reason, which, you don't really need the recognition or whatever, right? It's not about that. But I think it's just so that you can acknowledge and recognize yourself, that you've become better over the years.
Yes.
There's this interaction that I think about between this girl and an influencer, and he's pretty well regarded in his community. And what she said to him really touched my heart and other people that watched the video. And she tells him, I want to do something with my life. One day I'm going to be somebody, and I'm going to come find you. I'm going to be somebody. And he stops her right then and there. And he goes, let me tell you something. You already are somebody. And right then and there, she's just like, you're right. I am somebody right now. So just recognize who you are right now.
Yeah.
It makes the world a difference.
That's very powerful. Yeah, that it's true, because there's certain people that they're fighting to be like their big brother, this and that, but you're already your own identity, right? So you don't need to like win state in wrestling or whatever the heck it is, right? Whatever your big brother, big cousin, whatever did or whatever, you can still be you and still be okay with that. I learned at a young age I'm okay with who I am, because I just don't do people dirty. Like that's one thing I've never did. Like if stuff happened as a kid, it's because we're kids, But now as a 44-year-old man, like first off, if I feel like there's gonna be like a problem, like other people will be like, no, I can work with anybody, I can do whatever, but I know it's gonna be a problem because I feel like this person is like this person or whatever the heck it is, and I'll just take a step back. And I think that there's a lot of power in that, because I know who I am 100%. Mm-hmm. And I know I'm very loyal in the way I am, and I just know that, yes, I channeled my aggression towards positivity, but I'm still a Fifth Street boy, man. Like I'm still what I am, and and she's helped me a lot with that, as far as like what are you doing? I've thrown some little BFs BFs where like I've done some stuff where like she had to like calm me down, and then not only do I get it from her, I'll get it from my wife, and it's like what are you doing? And it's like, well, this and it's like, no, like you're 44 years old. Like, what are you doing? Like, you left? Like little things where it's like, well, I was mad, and just like, I'm still, it's a work in progress, right? So it's not like I'm a perfect man, because I'm far from perfect. So it's not that. It's just, I still throw my little tantrums, man. So.
And he hears about it forever.
Oh, and I get joked. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like a joke. Like I'm with these women where I should be like, oh, the man, let's move the table. And they're moving the table before me, and then they're making fun of me. It's like, okay, well, this isn't working out, right?
Women never forget.
No. A woman scorned is a woman you don't want to deal with, right? So I try not to scorn the women in my life, and I try to just be the best I can, and that it's worked out so far, and hopefully moving forward. Yes, I am happy. If nothing else, like you said, if nothing else happens, I'm okay where my life is right now. Mm-hmm. But the end result is I want to have a legacy.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm going to add that you're doing great things, and everyone that is in
thank you.
Well, we're all very blessed to have you in our lives, and everyone in the community is very blessed, because what he gives back is something to really be proud of.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And
I love that.
So we're getting to the end of our questions here. So this is something that we ask all our guests. This is a signature Love Patterson question.
Ooh.
So tell me, why is it that you love Patterson? Just name one thing.
Patterson born. Just that's it. I'm Patterson born. I grew up.
It's Del like Porto Patterson is you.
I was born at Del Porto Hospital. It's just I'm Patterson born. It's just one of those things where like I'm Patterson born. I got a big family here, and I'm just Patterson born. I take a lot of pride in that. Like other people could hate on Patterson, and that's fine. You can hate on Patterson. Maybe you found your growth when you were in Ripon, right? Oakdale, whatever. And honestly, I found my growth. Honestly, it was if you had to say anywhere, it would be San Francisco, because that's where Monica, my wife, shaped me up, right? But she knew that the potential was from this Patterson boy, So that fire that I have in me is because of the way we grew up and the way I was raised, and she just channeled that anger into what you see now. And I take a lot of pride in being. I try to be the best version. I still get in trouble, which is fine, but I try to be the best version for her, because she deserves that, because she's given everything to me. Like honestly, people will be like, what do you do to your wife? I'm like, honestly, that woman loves me like you wouldn't believe. And like, it's the best thing in the world because like you feel loved, right? Like sometimes like I've been sick. I went home yesterday and I'm laying down and I was like, babe, come over here and like cuddle me. I mean, like, it's just, I just want to just be loved right now, right? Like, and that sounds like whatever, but to me, like, that's the best in the world. You know, my daughter just left a 6th grade camp and like we're right there, and it's not like I'm sad because of that because she needed to go, right? It's okay. It's part of her growth, right? But I've been sick and like I just wanted to just like relax and pet my head, you know. Nothing wrong with that, right?
There's nothing wrong with that, right?
No, okay.
Yeah, there's nothing. Pet my head, like love me, you know,
Oh,
like
my Lord.
something simple, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to buy me flowers like girls get flowers and all that stuff and cookies and chocolate. Just pet my head.
That's it.
Okay.
You know?
On that note.
Yeah, that's it. And so I'm okay with that, and I'm okay talking to everybody about that because I'm comfortable in who I am. So.
Well, Richie, thank you so much for being on the Love Patterson podcast. Is there anything that you want to add, Kendra?
Nope. I think that this is amazing to finally get him on here. We've been trying to get a schedule together, and it's been difficult because everyone's crazy busy. But thank you, and thank you for everything you do. Like I said, we are lucky to have you in our community.
I'm lucky to have you guys in my circle, in my village.
Yeah.
And I think onward and upward. I think we're gonna do a lot of great things moving forward, and with good people comes great things. So I think it's going to be great things moving forward. And I'm going to be very happy to be a part of the process.
Yep, absolutely. I just want to say that Richie has RM Ranch and All World Electric. So you want to give the social media handles for that?
So RM Ranch, an event center, would be my Instagram and Facebook. All World Electric is for my Instagram. Probably Facebook still, but honestly, I think it might just be Instagram. I do have it on Facebook, but I don't really follow that one too much. Sorry. I do have TikTok for RM Ranch, but I'm still getting the hang of all that stuff just because I'm just a little different with all that stuff. I'm a little old school. But follow it. You can see it. Again, like everything we just talked about, I don't post all the things I do in it because I don't think I need to. I think if you just ask around and I think you just talk to the right people, people will talk good about me, I hope. And if you ask me about them, I will tell you the same because I love being around good people. And it makes me a better man, and it makes me want to do more because I'm around all this wonderful positivity that only makes you want to be better. So if you got time to spend and you want to give some time, give it away on April 18th for Love Patterson. And we all of us will see you there because we will be there.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Once again, thank you, Richie, for coming on and spending time with us and sharing a little bit about yourself with the community for those that don't know you, right? So as we're closing out, I just want to remind you guys to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment down below on what you thought about Richie, whether it's good or bad. He's gonna see it, right?
You know, I'll find you guys.
Yeah, he'll find you guys, especially if you're in Patterson. You know,
exactly.
So, Richie doesn't fake the funk. He builds, he gives, he stays rooted. And sometimes the strongest impact in a town isn't loud; it's steady. That's Patterson, and that's Richie. And this has been the Love Patterson Podcast. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.